I just want to let you know I'm going to start recording for the interview.
Okay.
All right. And then do you have a pseudonym that you want to use?
I'm turning off my heater because that way I can hear you better.
Okay.
Let's see. Can we use Victoria?
Okay, perfect. And as I briefly explained in the email, my dissertation focuses on the role that gender and culture play within your career trajectory. So some of my questions are going to be specific to that, but please feel free to interject or mention that throughout your answers if I don't ask that specifically.
Okay.
All right. So how, just to get started, how did you decide to go into a career within higher ed?
Well, this is going back to when I decided to teach at the community college. I was working on my master's, and a part-time position or teaching opportunity came up at my local community, and I looked into it, and they said, you need to have a master's. And so I said, okay, well, I'm enrolled. And they said, well, when will you be done? And contact us when you're done. And so I did. I finished it, and I contacted them again, and I said, I'm now ready. Do you have anything for me? And it just so happened that summer they had an unstaffed class that they needed someone. It was a full class, too, and they didn't have anyone to teach it. And so I kind of jumped right into it and, hit the ground running with teaching an intro class for our local community college, and I've been here since.
Okay. Do you think that calling to, it sounds like you were already in the graduate program geared to go into education, into working within education?
Yeah, I had always I always knew, I think, that I wanted to work in education. I just didn't know in what capacity I wanted to do, wanted to end up
in.
And so I kind of it was just a job that was available, and so I went for it. But yes, the plan was to work within education. So I was only looking in that industry, in that field. And so that's how I started teaching part-time, but because I didn't have a teaching credential at the time, so it's not like I could go out and try to find a full-time job. I did it backwards, than the traditional student where they get their teaching credential first and then they go for the master's. I did it backwards. I went for the master's first, but what that also meant is that I couldn't apply for a full-time position within NBUSD or within the school district because I didn't have a credential. So that kind of led me, the decision to go for the master's before the credential led me into this only other option to teach was at the community college.
I see. And do you think that this idea or this sort of goal to work within education, that your role as a woman or as a Latina played into that decision?
Meaning, had I not been Latina, had I not been a Latina woman, would I still have pursued a job in education?
Right.
I think I would have still, because education was always a very safe place for me.
Okay.
Schools were a very safe place for me. So I felt that that's what I was familiar with, because, we've all been in school for many years.
Mm-hmm.
And it was familiar, it was known, it was where I felt comfortable, where, nothing had ever happened to me in a negative way. So I didn't fear it. I think I just felt this is where I belong, and I didn't think twice about that, actually. I had, before grad school, I had a few jobs within the school district in various capacities, including tutoring and working
Okay.
I just ended up here in just from taking one job to the next, going from one job to the next. So I never really had that opportunity to think outside of education as a possibility.
Okay. Now, can you walk me through your career trajectory?
Sure. So you're thinking after college, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, after college, yeah. So right after I finished my master's, I started teaching part-time at this community college. And because part-time didn't give me enough of a living wage, I applied for a full-time position in the local school district. And so I taught a few years at the local school district until a position opened up at the community college, and for which I applied, and then I got. So I taught 2 years part-time along with some full-time work for the local school district, and then I came and got the tenure track faculty position here at the community college, where I taught for more than 16 years, almost 17, and I did some program coordinating duties. I got involved with my local academic senate, with the union, was elected division chair by my peers, and then the opportunity came up to apply for the dean of instruction. So I did, which is where I'm at. So that's basically my professional trajectory here.
Okay. And what did you decide to go into administration from the faculty?
Why or when?
Why?
I realized that I had some leadership skills that were valued at the admin level.
Okay.
That I had some ideas about how things could change in the administration. I had built really, really good relationships with my colleagues. I had built trust. I had built a very good reputation with my work ethic and honesty and diligence and discipline and following protocol and all of those good things that look good when and that we expect of administrators. Mm-hmm. So I began to take advantage of leadership opportunities around me. So I got myself involved with the local leadership program that I believe many cities now model after. So I graduated from that leadership program, and then I went and did one at the state level. And I just anytime that an opportunity presented itself to learn something new, mm-hmm. I tried to take advantage of that. And that led to another opportunity and another opportunity, and then you realize you know things about here and about there, and people start to notice, and then they start telling you, you'd be good at this, you're so good at that, or they start coming to you, the newer faculty. Well, I noticed that you know a lot about this. Why don't you talk to me? You're starting to be viewed as. You start to be viewed as a mentor, as, someone who has history in a particular committee because you've been on it for years, et cetera, et cetera. So it just kind of, I would say, organically happened. It's not like that was my end goal. Mm-hmm. It was more like sort of steps that I took towards that led me to where I am now.
Got it. Okay.
If that helps.
Yeah. And I noticed you said you started to realize you had ideas on how things could change. Can you give me an example of what are some of those ideas that you saw you could change or that you can